Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you for being here. So guys, we're going to do the second half of September. We're going to see what wants to come out for you and who. And that who could be a friend, family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, or a person of interest, even, different sides of a situation. If you're looking for a personal read, because this is a general read, if you're looking for a personal read that truly taps in your personal energies, go to The Guided Intuitive up here or my description box, all right? So let's jump into this. Thank you all that have been booking discovery sessions with me, and we've been just slaying some of the blockages that might be standing in the way. So if you are, in a relationship and having some sort of blockages in that, or in perhaps your business and wanting to kind of go and up level to that next step, and you want to overcome any sort of blockages that might be holding you back, in that or just in your life, you definitely want to check out a discovery session up here that allows some one-on-one time for us to get together and make a recommendation based upon what it is that you desire, okay? So it allows us to make an educated recommendation, and then if we're a good fit, we invite you into one of our programs or even one of our packages, all right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. We're going to see what's in store for you. We're going to talk about, what are the circumstances of the situation right now, what are the causes of anxiety and how you can overcome that, and then some special advice. We're going to talk about you and that other person, so we're going to see what wants to come through. Remember that you might resonate with one side more than the other, all right? So let's jump into this, Virgo, and see what's happening, all right? So current circumstances right now, what do we have here? And I'm using the Light Seers Tarot. What do we have here? So we have got the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and then we've got the Devil card. Okay, interesting. Okay, interesting energy. So the Eights are about going through change. Okay, the Swords are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. Okay, so the Eights are basically telling me, in this relationship or in this situation, is that, at this particular time, it's like you're going through some sort of change within your life and you're looking for some sort of balance, okay? You want some sort of balance in this situation that's going to bring a little bit more, equilibrium, here. And that's what I see happening here. So especially when it comes to the Swords energy, because like you're kind of feeling stuck, in a relationship or situation, and you feel that you can't seem to find the truth, okay? And so this is an opportunity to let go of an old story. So let me get into this a little bit, but that's what this is saying. It's about that. It's about having this reminder that you create your own reality, okay? So this is what this is saying here. It's a reminder, and this is about looking beyond that illusion and being able to look at something a little bit more clear, okay? So this is about freeing yourself and also about the possibilities of how this is becoming a solution rather than becoming or being involved in or feeding into the problem, that type of thing, okay? So this is about spending the time that you need to kind of transmute this type of energy, but that's definitely what I see. You're free to choose your healing and what it is that you want to see in terms of moving forward into the light, looking at something either positive from a positive aspect or a negative aspect. Which one is going to allow improvement for you? And so choose the one that does that, and that allows a lot more improvement. So if you say, okay, I'm going to choose to look at the lighter side of the situation. What is this situation telling me that I'm in right now? What does this tell me about myself? What does it tell me that I need to overcome? The next card that we get is the Knight of Wands. So the Knights, we know, are all about motion, right? So especially when it comes about the Wands, it's about, passion, lust, adventure. So this could be in a relationship or a situation, Virgo. And then we get the Devil card right after that, right? Major Arcana card. So this is about, looking at the situation from a different standpoint, okay? So the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, is that fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. So just keep in mind that, when I see this, it's just telling me that right now it's like moving into, she's beating the drum, right, on here. It's full of passion and fire, and she's having a beautiful time. And it's also about having the freedom. So it's about having the freedom to be able to make a choice to go to the beat of your own drum and that passion that you desire. Just know that at times, it can lead to something a little bit more toxic in some situations. So kind of knowing when it kind of goes to that level and when it doesn't. So being very careful, you know, in terms of that. It's a major arcana card. So, I mean, it's just, it kind of just tells me that, you know, just be careful in terms of of how you want to move forward in your current circumstances right now, because this is saying is that that at least at this point right now, that it is coming into play where you have to kind of be careful of when it kind of teeter-totters into something that's a little bit more crazy for you, right? So it's kind of what I feel right there. It's a little bit more into, you know, it could be leading into some sort of addiction of some sort. So knowing when it gets to that, and know that could be any sort of addiction. You know, it could bring from the basics of alcohol, sex. It could go into, you know, drugs. It could even go into materialism of some sort. You know, and this is about, you know, being trapped in your own story, or just lying to yourself, or any sort of temptation that is around you. This is saying is that you can look at something in a different way, and to minimize any sort of maybe sort of temptation that you either want or don't want in your life, or maximize. It just depends on how you want to live your life. Again, it's all about, you know, being able to beat to your own drum. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna have to turn this down here. Let me just turn this down. Let's see if it lets me do that. Okay, so all right, so yeah, that's what I kind of see here, that it is about that. So current situation right now, you know, watching, you're kind of watching things, and in terms of the changes that you make in your life to beat to your own drum, is what is it going to speak to? How do I want to live my life? And being careful of any sort of addictions that can come into play. Okay, what is anything else that wants to come out for you here? Let's see what the numerology cards say. Yeah, change. You got a 5 card. So this is interesting, because this is about some sort of change, but it's about some sort of that needs to be made in the situation. You know, when I see this, it also tells me that there is something that needs to be done, that this card indicates some sort of expected change that's going to happen. Okay, and this is about you encouraging to think of your life as being an opportunity of lots of exciting opportunities, rather than the same familiar and the known. But you're being urged to really change things up again, to go into some sort of different movement, to really change things up a little bit in your relationship or situation. So for some of you, that's the case. You know, this is about improving your quality of life. Anything's possible right now, but this is about to improve the situation right now. Trust that you're being guided, and then you'll be shown the way. And surrender to some of the changes that are happening automatically in your life right now. Whether you agree with them or not, this is saying it's an opportunity for you to improve your life right now, and your quality of your life right now, or in this relationship or situation. So there's some sort of perhaps relationship that needs some sort of change aspect within it. What is the cause of anxiety? Anything, and outside of addictions, or anything else that wants to come up for you here? Let's take a look. Sorry, because I had to look at the time real quick. Okay. Let's see here. Any sort of change. So we get, nice. We get the 3 of Cups. Okay. And then we get the Magician card. Might be dealing with the Gemini. Okay. And then the Knight of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. So the 3 of Cups, the 3s talk about communication. The Cups are talking about friendship and community. So this is about, leaning on your friends. You might even meet, this is about your friends maybe uplifting you, supporting you, having your back, right? And being able to kind of approach a situation together. They're supporting you. As it relates to this Magician, again, could be dealing with the Gemini, but this is also could be that your friends are reminding you of all the resources that you have, and then you've got everything it takes to be successful and to turn something around if you want to. Okay, and then we get the 9 of Wands. So this is about putting in all that hard work, and now carrying your fire and waiting for things to come to fruition. Reading that next step that's going through, because this is about coming to the end of a situation, coming to completion of some sort. So that's what that talks about. So this is really beautiful, and it's still carrying your fire here, which is really, really nice. So what I see here is that it's all about it's kind of like what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like it's kind of like you are have this resilience in you and this determination. You're going to go after whatever it is. So you're really focused on following through on the change that you need to make in your life. And this is about not giving up. This is about, really pushing forward. And because this is the fact is that you're almost done. And so this is about maybe something might come to a surface where you're thinking, oh my gosh, not again. This is saying don't give up. Do not give up because you're just about to the finish line. It's that final push, okay? So that's what it wants to let you know. So this is interesting, guys. Let's take a look at the other person on the other side and see what wants to come out for them. Let's take a look at what that is for them, okay? So yeah, don't give up now. There's good things coming, okay? So that's what this is saying. This other person on the other side, wow. 3 major arcana right in a row. Now keep in mind, you might resonate with one side versus the other. I'm just focusing on you here and the other person over on the other side. So we get the Temperance card, the Sun card, and the Moon card. So the Temperance card really talks about just balancing things out in a situation. Okay. Now this could also be balancing out communication, the confidence, within the world, within the situation. The 14 card reduces to a 5, which also is about, kind of some of the change that you were going through here. But this is about, the Temperance is all about, getting balance. And this is all about, finding purpose in a situation. So you want something that is going to be balanced, that brings you purpose in this world, that kind of the Sun is almost like, the confidence in the world. So balancing things out. Then I get the Sun card, right? So I get the Sun card, meaning very playful energy, very good vibrations. This is about, major things that are happening within the life here. It's like, it's beautiful. It's just, it just talks about this, beautiful, yummy energy, being playful, being, carrying on good vibrations, letting the Sun, warm you and have your back moving forward. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It's just it wants you just to really focus on moving forward and the Sun kind of leading and giving more light into your life. So bringing more light into your life is going to be very, very key. And then I get the Moon card, which talks about some sort of illusion that might be holding you back. This is saying is that this is about balancing out the illusions and focusing on the lighter aspect of the situation. And this is saying is that focusing on following your intuition and the guidance from the universe to help you and balance things out as it pertains to the emotions. So that's what's happening on this person's other side here. The Moon is also a 19. It's an 18 card reduces to a 9, which is again the going under in kind of in the depths of the situation and coming out in terms of almost a completion. But it's coming to fruition. Just like the Sun card is actually using the light to bring it to completion. It's a 19, it reduces to a 10. So coming to completion for this brand new, victorious, new beginning. Right? So that's what I see. And anything else, what's the cause of anxiety for this person on this side, in this relationship or situation? Man, another major arcana. 4 major arcanas out of 6 cards here. What we get is the Hierophant card, right? And then we get the Page of Swords. And then we get the Knight of Swords, okay? So going towards their passion. So I really feel in this situation that this person is going through a shift here. And it is using their own guidance in the situation. They're kind of questioning their tradition and belief system, and they're making changes on the path of the road into enlightenment on how they want to move forward in life. It's really beautiful because it's interesting. He's got this huge big smile on his face, and it's kind of like finding truth and blooming in their own truth, and things are changing. So there's almost like there's been some sort of enlightenment for this person that's bringing them joy on how they want to move forward in their life. And then the next card that I got, which is the Page of Swords. So they may be doing a lot more research and that type of thing. Pages are a brand new beginning. And the Swords are a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. Could be dealing with one of those. But they're doing lots of research that gives them ideas on how they're going to move forward in their life on this brand new beginning in this situation. And then they find themselves just going after it, okay? So that's what I feel, just going after their passion in a way. It's the Knight of Swords, which is all about motion. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy as well. Could be a fellow air sign that you're dealing with, but they're moving forward on their passion. They're just going to hop on that motorcycle and go. And they do it in a different way. So it could be someone that is a little bit different than you normally would go for, is what I feel, Virgo, because it's kind of like they do things in kind of different ways, right? And so kind of that's kind of how I feel. They're getting a higher perspective of themselves and how they can move forward. And that's what I see here. How do they feel about you? Let's take a look at what the hidden truth is. How do they feel about you? How is it that they feel about you? Yeah, I think in this relationship or situation is that they couldn't let you get close to them. So in this situation, they felt that that could have been the case. They couldn't let you get close to them. So what they're doing is that they're going to wait for a sign from you. So, but now that's for some of you because, maybe the timing was off a little bit, and this involves divine timing, and then it has them moving forward passionately. What is this Knight of Swords? What is that? You speak to them through music is what I feel, and that's kind of what they feel is that that music kind of speaks, that kind of when they hear certain types of music, it really reminds them of you. And then anything else on this Knight of Swords that they're moving passionately, towards. Let's just take a look at what that is. Let's see what that is. Take a look. What is it? Here we go. Synchronous. They're waiting for things to synchronize a little bit, okay? They have to balance things out a little bit, that divine timing, right? To get balance, that's the red is the root chakra, and that purple is the third eye perspective. So they're waiting for the synchronicities. So they're looking in on that, and they're checking in with those synchronicities as well. So it's a 15 card, right? So it brings it to a 6. The reading, it brings it to a 6, which is a new birth of something new. So and that's what I see here. So this is really nice. So they're waiting for the synchronicities. They don't want to kind of move hastily, but this is about having faith in the order of events as they're supposed to in a grounded way, but using the universe to kind of help guide them. So they're waiting for the proper signs in the situation to help guide them. So this is about, they're not going to know how things are unfold, but this is about, having, focusing on the magical power and trusting that things will unfold and having that faith in the right way, okay? And knowing that that's what's going to be the case. So trusting in the synchronicities of that. I want to go back to you and find out, what's the best way forward for you? Best way forward for you, okay? What does that look like? Best way forward for you, Virgo, what is it? So we've got the 7 of Wands and we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Wands, this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. 3 of Pentacles is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, your energy. So I really feel that, especially when they get the 7 of Wands, she's in that yoga pose, and it's kind of like this person is putting themselves in a pose, kind of like to where they can ground themselves once again. So I kind of feel like you're kind of grounding yourself, kind of balancing your solar plexus here. So you're putting yourself in a pose that actually grounds you in this situation, and it protects yourself as well. And it's about, truly, maybe there has been some sort of competition that is emerging, and as a result, what's happening, it's kind of like you're feeling attacked by sharing, after sharing your magic. But it's important to remember that others maybe want what you have. So it's about standing up bravely, right? It's really stand up bravely and do your beautiful thing. So, that could be just, being mindful and practicing acts of mindfulness to kind of get into the love and the, kind of the synergy of love. It's like remain synchronized. Interesting that word comes up again too, but remain, really synchronized in yourself and align with your bright version, and just get rid of any sort of low vibes or negative thinking that might be standing in the way. And that's what this card is calling out to you on. To do. So that's what it definitely wants you to do. And the card we got next to that is the 3 of Pentacles. And as you know, the 3s are all about, community, and the Pentacles are all about, communication and friendship. But when it gets to the Pentacles, this is about collaboration and teamwork. So this might have to do with, working with another person in a relationship or situation. This is about getting, kind of in charge and getting back to you, okay? So that's what I see. How do you feel about this other person? How do you feel about this other person? What's coming through? Wow. So in this situation is that it's time for you to kind of heal right now. So in this relationship or situation, it could be that it's time for you to heal. And it's also about, you know, remembering the times that you've had together as well. And I hid who I really am from you. So it could be that you maybe hid who you were because the timing wasn't right. And maybe in this relationship or situation, that timing wasn't right. Even though that you might want this person, you want them to know that you want them. You know, and that's what I see kind of coming through here. What is the best advice for you to move forward in this situation that wants to come out? That I'm going to actually pull, which is ultimately important, is the kind of the self-love oracle. We're going to pull a card from here, and what's important for you to know in this relationship or situation, and what's the best way forward. Okay. What does that look like for you, Virgo? Here it is. What is it? A soul lesson of truth. Wow. This is interesting. This has to deal with the throat chakra. What number is this? It's a 17 card. Okay, so what this talks about to me is this is about listening to the silent sounds, okay? This is about, you know, listening to the sounds that is giving you guidance in this relationship or situation, okay? So when I see this, this is talking about, you know, choosing your words in a relationship or situation as you express. Choose them wisely if that's what you're doing, okay? And because your body is listening, okay? It hears a lot of your thoughts and your words. So that starts with talking to yourself and the words that you talk to yourself about, the words that you think to yourself about. This wants to remind you that whatever it is that you're speaking, remain cognizant of that in how you're talking to yourself, because they're powerful and they instruct the cellular part of your body, okay? So place a lot more close attention to how you think and how you relate to your body, how you describe your body. You know, really love the perfect imperfections is what really comes to mind here, okay? Your heart and soul know better than your mind on how you should feel about yourself, okay? So start heeding that part of it, okay? That's what Virgo's coming through. Choose wisely your words, okay? Because that's all a part of well-being, Virgo. It's really about being able to choose your words wisely and to, truly receive pleasure and learn how to properly relax and to maintain your self perception, and to really change that, okay? Have reverence for your body, and have proper self-care, and that's going to help hold you back from any sort of premature aging of any sort. And that comes to choosing the proper relationships in your life too, but it starts with you, and that's what this card wants to remind you. You are the most intuitive healer that you have around you, okay? So, and you're the one person that you are with the most, so it's important that you heed your own advice, okay? So with that, my love, I'm gonna go ahead and send you off, and I look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, namaste.